And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, prop firm trading, as well as expert advisors. And it's a busy day here, as you can hear with the rain and the ambulance in the background. So somebody's made some mistakes today. So we're not going to do those mistakes. We're going to be trading today. Maybe. Well, if the markets present us the opportunity, we're going to trade. If they don't present us the opportunity to trade, then of course we're not going to take the trade. And that's what being a professional, the difference between a professional trader and a gambler. So with that, let's go ahead and now I do love gambling though. I can't knock that. I don't like going into a casino and pressing a little button on slot machines and stuff like that. But but that's a completely different game from trading. Let me see. First, let's go ahead and get into what do we want to get into? Let's get into the risks. Oh, first, I want to remind you that if you'd like this video, then go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more of these videos, then subscribe to the channel. And lastly, we also have some more exciting things rolling out. I'm going to be launching tradingforexforprofit.com this week, and we'll have show you a screenshot of that. And also, I'm going to be launching my first expert advisor. It's a Bollinger Band and RSI mean reversion EA that I've been working on for about 2 years. And I'm actually running an early version in one of my accounts right now that did not do a very good setup on last week's opportunity in the EU versus the or the EU, the euro versus the dollar. Go ahead and bring this up right here. And we will go ahead and go forward to this. Okay, let's go ahead and get into risk, talking about risk first, because since we're talking about putting money at risk, we need to talk about what you need to know about putting money at risk. It goes something like this. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration at this time. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And here's the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, carefully consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. And we do our best not to do that, but somebody does happen. So even the best traders in the world sometimes lose trades, and we are not going to we're going to do our best not for that to happen. First, let's go ahead and get into what I've been working on. Here is the beginning to be the final the next marketable version of tradingforexforprofit.com. We'll accept these right here, and I'm going to have a different video playlist that goes into the details on this and how this works, and also probably another video playlist on EAs. That'll also, as I start building other EAs, I've got several EAs working right now too that I'm going to be building. But this is where we're going now. These links are live now, so feel free to go ahead and jump on and either start your free account, or if you want to try the pro or the premium version, we do have. Oh, I see something that's right here. We don't need to talk. We need to talk about. It's on the pricing page. The 7-day free trial that's set up on the pricing page, which is not there. So we need to go ahead and work on that too. So that's just one of the things. And here's some of the other things here. Some of the other things here. Here is it's a previous picture of me before I decided to grow my goatee back out. But I've been on this for about 2 years, and I'll be launching my first EA, and possibly here's another one right here with a dual moving average EA that I was working on years ago. I should probably finish building and put that up there too. So we're going to have some EAs coming out. In the meantime, this is the weekly update, and I did not do the weekly update on Sunday, so we're going to do it on Monday, because we've got to do a weekly update to find out what's going on. Let's put our charts in weekly and get them situated so we can see what's going on. And then we're going to also take a look at this. This is our event risk we have coming up this week. Today we've got not a whole lot going on. Tomorrow we have core PPI coming up. You can read about that. I'm going to be posting some things on that on tradingforexforprofit.com on that too. Here we have what else we got going on this week. Lagarde speaks. The ECB President Lagarde speaks. BOE Governor Bailey speaks. They're all speaking. Look, all these speaks, and a whole bunch of Fed speak. April 15th, the Ides of April, as it were. We have the April unemployment change unemployment rate and the employment change for the Australian, for down under, the Australian place, Australia. Great British Pound GDP comes out on British GDP comes out on 2 a.m. on Thursday. An unemployment claims, another nothing burger there with the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. That's a something burger. And that's going to do it today. And then we have Fed Speak on Friday. So at IMF meetings, the International Monetary Fund meets this week. That'll be exciting. That's why we've got all the Fed Speak going on. Everybody's talking about what they like and what they don't like. Well, how about that? So let's go ahead and get in here and see if we're going to see anything that's going on that could be beneficial to our trading. We finally have a strong breakout on this on the DXY, so it is finally going somewhere. We need to keep an eye on that, see where it's going. It looks like it's found a bottom right there, though, on the weekly chart. We're not going to make any changes to that. We'll probably take this out since no longer it has been broken badly. Might add. So we'll go ahead and take that pitchfork out right there. We'll show us where the Iran war started right here, and we might see a continuation back down to 97.88. Right now it's trading at 99, so we're not going to worry about that. And the markets are open this morning since I just did not do the weekly look ahead until Monday. And yes, it does say Sunday on there, but that's the intention is, and I'll be working on the Sunday moving forward. But I was busy working on other things yesterday, so we didn't do that. What's next? Euro versus GDP is right smack dab in the middle of this range, this small range. I'm not quite sure what direction it's headed to because no one knows. Knowing what is going to happen next is not really the best way to trade. This is kind of a slight downward cycle, so we could see the British pound, British pound gaining on the euro if it's going down. Euro versus the dollar, it's kind of all over the place too. That's again in this very neat range between 113.9 and 119. So we'll see. Right now it's right in the middle of that range. So kind of a good time to be on the sidelines for that one of the weekly level. GBP rather, versus USD, and it has finally broken out of its little range it was on. Oh, that one's way over there. How about that? We should probably take that one out. I'll probably take all three of these out, considering now it's looking more like a range bound. A very strongly range bound. Let's do that. With that red section right there in the middle, which is resistance / support, depending on what time of the day it is. Right now it is support, because it is closed above it. Which is kind of neat. What have we got here? Got a weekly low right here for November the 2025. We'll call that the weekly November low. November 2025 weekly low. Horizontal ray, put that right here. And we have the 2025 November weekly low close. And for a high close, we can go back here to, on this range, we can go back to here to June 2025. Put this here, and it is definitely range bound now. Very clearly seen. What did I say, June? Yeah. June 2025, weekly high close. So that gives us our range that we're working with on the weekly level. Not bad. So we could probably get into a mean reversion setup here. I love mean reversion, by the way. It really works well with a lot of things. It also can work not well, as I proved last week on this one. We'll go into that in the next video, on Monday's video. This is actually Sunday's video, even though it is Monday. Monday the 13th, if you're into superstition. So with that, let's go ahead and go to the Swissy, which I've not been paying much attention to for the past for the past years, in the past videos, but I am starting to kind of have a fondness for the Swissy. It used to be a benchmark for how the world was doing things, but it's I don't know what it is now. Let me see. Right now it's below the 50 period moving average and below sitting right on the 20 period moving average. So I think everything is just kind of flatlining ahead of the IMF meetings. It's probably going to be bouncy all this week as we try to figure out what the IMF is going to be doing on a global level. Wow. Dollar versus the yen, very flat. Very flat right there at 159. It is not going anywhere and hasn't for 4 weeks now, 5 weeks now. So on either side of this, it's not, the range is so tight it's not even worth trading. 159.08 to 150, 160.33. Don't see a whole lot of things going on here with the dollar versus the yen right now. I guess if the Global Monetary Fund, if they let the Japanese in there to talk, then we'll see what they've got to say. GBP versus the yen, again, right at 214, 215, and not going anywhere. Very range bound. We'll probably make that a lot bigger so we can see what's actually going on in there. Euro versus the yen, same thing. This is really range bound. Could looking like it could be developing a bit of a triangle here, or a pennant, I guess is what that's called. So we could have a bullish pennant on that coming up. Or is that a bearish pennant? I think it's a bearish pennant. So I'll look that up in my spare time. Dollar versus the Canadian. I typically don't trade this, but it is really not really going anywhere. Excuse me for coffee, by the way. Sometimes it's got to be done. Dollar versus the Canadian is not really. If it stays between this and this pitchfork, then we're going to have a strong downward cycle on this one, as we have downward stuff on the dollar with the Iraq War and the possible resolving of the resolution of the Iraq War. We'll see. Oh, pardon me, Iran War. We'll see how that goes. Canadian versus the yen. Not a whole lot going on there. Used to mimic oil, but doesn't these days. And here we are. The Straits of Hormuz are apparently closed because oil is starting this week at 104.54, which is not a good place for it to starting over 100. But as you can see, we've had it much higher before. 2008, it was $145 a barrel, and 2022 we had it at 121 a barrel. So it is not near any kind of all-time highs of any kind. I'm not even sure what the all-time high on this is. Probably 145. Would be the all-time weekly high close. Let's see, Aussie. Yeah, $200 crude oil would be, if it comes up that fast, it's going to come down as quickly as the metals did earlier this year. Eventually, let's see. Aussie versus the dollar. Again, not one I typically trade. Not a whole lot of what do you call it? Liquidity going on there, so it's a very slow trading. I typically avoid that. However, there are some opportunities here, as you can see, right here, starting to get range bound between the June 2023 weekly high close and the 2023 weekly high close. I didn't put the month in there, but it's probably the all-time one. Let's see what that is. Should be too far away. What month is that? January. So we'll put January in there. Because I like having context to my charts. So I am a manual trader. I'm not just a bot trader, as it were. Although I do like bots. They're fun to play with. Gold. What's going on in gold? We don't have a whole lot going on in gold. It's 47.12 and starting to stabilize around the 4,700 mark, which is fine with me. We have the platinum starting to stabilize around 2040. Palladium, 1540. Silver, my favorite, down 2% today, starting 2%, and again stabilizing around the $74 range, mid-70s. And the software sector got hammered Friday, but we're not there yet. So we're going to see how that opens up later on in the week. I'm about to do the Monday look ahead on this one too. So we're going to do two different videos. Then we're going to start with the Sunday look ahead, which is this one, the weekly look ahead, and then we'll do the daily market opening one in just a few minutes. So stay tuned. We're going to have another video coming shortly, very shortly, and then I've got some more videos coming out later on today to launch Trading Forex for Profit, as well as the new EA. So that's going to be exciting too. So stay tuned. We've got a lot of fun things going on. If you like this video, then hit the like button. If you want to see more of these videos, then hit the subscribe button. And that's about covers it for today. Oh yeah, also, if you want to talk to me directly, hit me up in the comment section and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. So in the meantime, you guys have a great one. Happy trading, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.